Hello, my homies. How are you? I'm dying inside.
Today, Junior?
I'm watching this show called Milf Manor. I'm on episode 4, and it's absolutely getting worse every episode. I thought I'd review the series as a whole, but that would leave a hole in my head. So, we're on episode 4, and it has unbelievably managed to do something that even The Last of Us couldn't do. The Last of Us is a show that's so good, every episode keeps getting better. Milf Manor is a show where every episode keeps getting worse. And today, I think it's the worst episode I've seen. For some reason, the Milfs and the sons go on dates with everyone, and it is the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life. I genuinely think if you watch this, you will probably not find something as awkward on TV. Also, the speed dating element of the show just led me to realize while watching the show just how predatory this thing can be, where a lot of the moms ask very leading questions, and it feels like people who are 10 to 20 years younger probably wouldn't want to be put in this position, especially if you're in your early 20s. Say they had to reverse the roles and dads had to ask younger girls questions about sensual activities. I think everyone would agree the show would be cancelled and buried in a hole somewhere. So I'm not sure why this is allowed, but it absolutely freaked me out. But I'm gonna make you watch it today because I'm dying inside. Please subscribe. Honestly, I will shake your hand. I just need people to watch this with me. While you're at it, please do join my beautiful army of big babies online by joining me at sixteenleo_ on my Instagram. That way, I can berate you now for whoever gave me this idea to watch this show. Alright, so we're on episode 4. If you want to watch the series, I'll leave a playlist down below in the link. But if you don't worry. You're missing literally nothing. I know that's not a good advert for me to make you watch the whole thing, but you don't have to. All you need to know is there are 8 ladies who are MILFs, and there are 8 sons who want to bang other MILFs. Maybe even their own, I don't know. But on the show, just awkward stuff ensues, some immature behavior, usually from the MILFs, and some sons who just don't know what they're doing on the show. Without further ado, let me take you to the worst speed dating thing I've ever seen. It's like Jubilee met Cut and they had a shitty baby.
Looks like Billy and Kelly are taking things to the next level.
So for whatever reason the show doesn't have a host, I don't think anybody in their right mind would participate in a show like this. For some other reason, one of the contestants is now giving us the goss on the episode. Never done before, probably will never be done again, but she somehow recaps the whole show. I don't know if the show even knows what it wants to do at this point, but yeah, one of the moms is like, here's what you need to know. Kelly and this guy, going strong. This other dude and this lady, weird. And me, I haven't had a date in a long time, so I'm just doing this.
And I know that Ryan has his eyes set on Stephanie. You know, Stephanie and Gabriel are definitely spending more time together.
There's also an impending love triangle, and it's not 2 MILFs and a guy, it's 2 guys and a MILF, which I just...
How you feeling?
I'm always feeling great.
You should always feel how you look.
This is a perfect analogy for the show. Ryan's energy towards it is as much effort as probably the showrunners put into the show. Yeah, man, how you doing today? Yeah, alright. Have you ever seen someone this uninterested in being a dance person or, you know, in the club being like, yeah, I guess. Okay, I'll drink it, but I really don't like it. It's not really a thing that happens, but in Milf Manor, you have people who are uninterested on the show.
To know each other a little better.
Ready to go to like a Hollywood bar or something.
You said a Hollywood bar?
Yeah.
Randomly, they zoom in on this poor girl sucking in her tummy. I don't know what this is about. Not sure why y'all couldn't cut that out. Even if you filmed it, the editor could have been like, unnecessary. But it's not her fault. It's the goddamn people who are filming this. Really immature guys. By the way, Stephanie is in a love triangle with Ryan and Gabriel, 2 of the boys. Men, I don't know what to call them, from Milf House, Milf Manor. She's not sure which one she wants to pick, but she knows she can't get that double dick, so she's a woman of God.
Ryan keeps trying to hit on Stephanie and stuff. I pull up, I'm like, Stephanie, come on.
That's so true.
God, Gabriel. Look, man, when I didn't understand Gabriel's fashion sense, I thought it was somewhat cool, somewhat out there. Fine. You ever see someone in leopard print steal your girl? Not since Prince has that ever happened. Ryan, do something about it.
I just think it's funny.
Okay.
I just think it's kind of lame.
Okay, I was dancing with her. You gonna make me angry and I'm gonna be like, I'ma get you. I'm Ryan. Everyone's just so low energy. Gabriel's the highest energy person there, and he's probably the highest person there.
You know, you telling me this guy's just a friend, you know, you would never consider really dating him.
I mean, I'm sorry. I just want to stress that the show is like 4 days old or something. It's not like she's been his friend for very long because he hasn't been alive that long compared to her. So I don't know. Ryan's 30. Gabriel's 24, Stephanie's 46. If you do the math, that is not adding up. So, I'm not saying you can't date someone 16 years younger than you. I'm just saying you can't expect it to be a super healthy relationship in terms of, I get exactly where you're coming from, because the lowest age gap is 16. But 24 to 46 is, I believe, 22 years. You could add another Joey in there because he's 20 years old. You could literally put Gabriel and Joey together, combine and fuse them, and you'd still be 2 years younger than Stephanie. So,
And how are you acting like that? Because at the end of the day, you can't...
do you see what I mean? Gabriel got a mini hula hoop from I don't know where, maybe his ass cheeks, and he puts it around her neck. Does she feel any more like, this is a man right there? I love when men put mini hula hoops around my neck. How about you put a mini hula hoop around this finger? How about that? And commit to me the rest of your life. Oh, just, okay. He's gone again. He's wearing them leopard print pants.
Well, and I can't blame him if you are. You gotta draw a line somewhere.
Sorry, I was neglecting what Ryan said. He actually was giving decent advice on relationships in general, saying that if you're neither here nor there about someone, you should make up your mind, because it's not the other person that you should blame. It's the person who you're trying to go or get with, because if they can't make up their mind about you, you probably deserve better. So, Ryan's right. Oh, shit, did you see that? A stock footage photo of the moon moving. This show is so lazy, they couldn't film a moon at night. If you go back and you look at the moon, that is 100,000% a stock image. Do they have like a Google Hub telescope sort of thing? What is this that they're looking at through? You might as well just have put like green screens in and like had fake Mexico stuff in the background the whole time.
Salud, dinero, amor.
Salud, dinero.
Verdad.
So the next morning, Ryan talks to Jose about relationships and life. These two have some sort of bromance, and weird stuff is said.
Who are the ladies that you're interested in getting to know better?
So
Ryan asks, who are the ladies that you're like interested in? And so these two are like the oldest two men in the show. Ryan is 30 and Jose, I think, is 28. And so, Jose is like,
yeah. I'm looking at So Young because she's got a big mouth.
So young. I mean, you can sense her energy, right?
Yeah.
Your mom is one of the ladies that I think that she is the most interesting.
Then he says, your mom to Ryan. So who you find interesting?
Your mother.
See, that's normally an insult, but like, you trying to bang her, right?
Yes. Yes, I'm your friend. I'm toasting to love, but I'm also going to be in your mother very soon, so.
Milf Manor, where your friend might become your dad.
Seems very genuine and endearing, so I'm not gonna lie. Jose has a great accent.
Okay, Ryan. It seems like if mom doesn't get him, you will. Jose is a real ladies' man, and also apparently a man's man, too, at this show. He's probably the standout besides Ryan. And then after that, you got my personal favorite, Joey, in dead last. But I like to prioritize him because I think he's just very funny. Everything Joey says is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. That guy could be a comedian just by existing.
I see myself being a potential match with Stephanie, but the elephant in the room is Gabriel.
In between Jose saying, yes, I want to bang your mother, Ryan is like, yeah, my date with Stephanie's gone great, but Gabriel seems to be crashing the party. He's sort of third-wheeling, and I really just want to have that relationship. So he's making it known to the group, and this will probably start like a little fire that ends up into a blazing fire later on.
Daters, it's time for...
That evening, Jose and Paula read the new challenge that they're supposed to do, which eventually equates to them speed dating. Not each other. Speed dating the other people and seeing if they have any chemistry. Because it takes 4 episodes on Milf Manor to decide whether the contestants have any chemistry and can actually carry the show through. 4 episodes. I'm pretty sure the series is 10 episodes. Almost half the show went by before they were like, Did Do any of these people like each other?
If you are already vibing with someone, then carry on.
He's got that beautiful voice, you know? This is like Celine Dion if Celine Dion sang like DJ Mustard. Even Joey, like if you see him, he's like, oh God, I was sleeping.
Everyone in the house should take 5 minutes. You will interact with someone you have.
Oh, God, I was zoning out. My goodness. What's her name? Melanie? Charlene? Charlene? Oh my God. What are you smiling like that for? You don't belong in Milf Manor. You belong in... I've never seen this before. If I saw a Milf staring at me from like that distance, I'd call the cops and then the paramedics because I'd have a heart attack. My God.
Or to rate them on chemistry scale.
I don't know if you noticed, by the way, her son Harrison's next to her and he is dead.
Someone you have before to rate them on chemistry scale.
He's done. Harrison's oval.
We have to rate each person from 1 to 10.
So yes, the contestants go on speed dating, and So Young is the first one to be like, yo, I really want to date Jose because he seems like the kind of guy that I want to bang. I don't know, he's friends with Jimmy, so maybe I could do that now. If you don't get that joke, you just have to watch an episode before.
I'm definitely ready for meeting all men. Hopefully Jose comes.
She's got a really big mouth for a small face, big mouth ratio. Up, beautiful.
Are you really looking for love, or I mean, do you want?
Honestly, I'm such a lover. I even put lover boy on my thing.
So the first date actually is between Charlene and Gabriel. Gabriel, who's in a committed relationship, not really, but he's seeing Stephanie, but Charlene wants to have her needs met. And this is where I find the speed dating to be less off cute and more off predatory almost, is Charlene has a one-track mind. She's thinking about sexual stuff. And she just starts asking Gabriel that. And you can see him being uncomfortable with the situation. Now, I know this is a grown man, but it still really bugs me hearing someone like who's much older and can understand and probably see when they are affecting someone in that way, still doing it despite that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm very romantic and everything.
What about in the bedroom?
See? Okay. Charlene, do you see what I mean? You're coming on too strong.
You're not going to be coming if you're coming on too strong. You know what I mean?
Are you good in bed?
Hey. If a guy asks these questions, can you imagine that? There's a guy called Dan, maybe, at the other end, and he's like, so how about the bedroom? Are you good in bed? Rightfully so. Everyone would be like, red flag. Let's wave a red flag, give him a red card, get him out of here. Charlene is just getting a pass by doing this. It's not just because her daughter died. She didn't die for this, Charlene. She didn't die so you would get in bed with Gabriel. You better get someone in the sack, girl, and do it the right way.
What's like your signature move?
Shut up, Charlene. He's not answering even any questions. You can't just keep prodding him. It's gonna be a probe at this point. Are you an alien?
What gets you going? Is it the boobs? I mean, could that be? Are you a butt man? Like, what's gonna seal the deal?
That is, I don't know. I've never heard someone be so forward in all the wrong ways before.
You boobs? You like ass? What do you want? What do you want? Ass, boobs, titties. You like vaginas? What do you like? You like mouth stuff? I'll suck a rock.
Charlene kept jumping in. She's like, so how do you like it in bed? Like, tell me about your...
Okay, so like they have the cutaways where mom and son are talking about their experiences. April, the mom, is reacting as if she heard some gossip from 1963 when she was 40 years old. Are you kidding me? This is not the appropriate reaction when someone is borderline harassing your son.
And for me to talk about a random stranger, like, to just be vulnerable and open up like that was uncomfortable.
It is very uncomfortable to even listen or be privy to this. This is very uncomfortable for me. I don't even know how Gabriel did it, to be honest, but it's just too much. And like, you know, if I was a mom or a father and I had to deal with this, I'd be like, no, this is too much. I don't think this is appropriate.
I'm a really good kisser. I had a lot of practice in high school. That I was a above the waist kind of gal.
She keeps going. Charlene is like, okay, you're not going to tell me what you like? I'll tell you what I do. I'm a good kisser. I'm going to kiss you in the mouth, bro. Come on. Let me just kiss you. Let me kiss your nuts. Let me lick them up and down. Let me do what I need to do. You see these bad boys? I don't need airbags. I got them.
Still am. I was called the queen of blue balls.
They called me the queen of blue balls, but I said any color will do. I said, yo, black, white, all of the other colors. Charlene, she's the most problematic person I've seen in a while. Comes on the show unhappy, contestants are a certain weight, thinks she won't get with anyone, suddenly has a chance to talk to people, gets very annoyed that they're not doing what she wants. She wants to be taken care of as a woman, doesn't want to put in any effort. She's just got all these preconceived notions and she's like almost predatory. I just don't know if she is gonna come off like looking good on the show, man.
I've been ready to go out into the deep end. Like, does anybody know how to swim here or what?
Yeah, people know how to swim, Charlene. They just don't want to go into the ocean that you belong to. You've got to make it enticing. If a beach has water that's filled with sewage, nobody's gonna swim in it. How do you sell that package that's between your pants? Do you know what I mean? Everyone has to do it. You just have to be a good salesman, Charlene. And you are coming to the door being like, buy this! You have to really try and sell it.
What are some of like your hobbies?
Oh boy. Fun.
She's so fun, isn't she? Let's talk about hobbies. What are they? Woo! I like to have fun in bed. Titties are my hobbies, you know? Porn. I like it.
I picked you. I definitely wanted to get to know you more.
So yeah, Charlene strikes out very simply. But the next person we have is young Jimmy. And he's going on a date with Stephanie. Stephanie already got too much on her plate. But anyway.
Why me though?
I love toe rings, anklets, feet, soft skin, nice legs.
Yuck. Sorry. Jimmy, can you do me a favor, my brother? Shut the hell up about your feet fetish. Look, man, I'm not king shaming. That's great. Love a good foot. These are random strangers. You know what I mean? Like, if you go on a subway, you don't, like, nudge the guy next to you and be like, I'll suck a toe. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta keep certain things to yourself until you know them to a certain point where it's just you two. On speed dating, it's not like you're gonna just say these things. This is, I'm gonna get to know you as a person. How do you think? What is your philosophy on things? Have none of these people speed dated before? Because this is just not right. Jimmy with the feet, man. Never catch Jimmy looking down. You know he's just getting those mental images of feet.
Well, she's a cool person, but she's not your type. She might have a wide, but she don't have out.
Yeah, you know I like the out.
Again, show called Milf Manor, mom and son. Mom saying like, I know you like, I have a big ass. I know you like women with big asses. And the son being like, yeah, you know what I like. Just disgusting, you know? Don't think that that's a conversation you want to have with your parents.
Buenas noches. Hello.
Jose.
Happy to be here with.
So finally, So Young gets to meet with her dream guy, Jose, and it goes entirely mechanical. It seems like it's a business meeting between two people, and it has like no fun between it.
Oh, you are. Thank you. I'm very happy too. No.
Hello, nice to meet you. Are you cold? You cold? You cold? Oh, poor baby.
Oh, we think that you could date. Not just you.
Well, I'm glad that this happened. We both know now, and we're both in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been on a speed date? Have you ever been on a date where that happened? I choose you. Yeah, and now that you have, we both are agree with each other, right? Yes. Yeah, for sure. Ha! Lovely. That's the chemistry that we all wanted between So Young and Jose. It looks like two people who never met each other and probably never will again.
So what's the first thing that like you might be attracted to? Like eyes or a smile?
Being honest.
Then we have honestly my other favorite character in this whole series, Ricky. Ricky is the son of the other April, not the crazy old one. And he barely talks, but when he talks, he says the funniest shit. I'm not sure if something is up with Ricky. He's always seems like he's in an interrogation, doesn't want to answer questions, but he asks the weirdest things. He gets into random fights with other people. Amazing dude. But I also feel like Shannon and Ricky are like close. He feels like he could be like part of the family. You know what I mean? Ricky feels like everyone's niece.
Your feet.
Disgusting.
You got a foot fetish?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Lord.
like,
All right, well, what is it with the hell? What is it with Milf Manor and the boys on the show having absolutely no regard for anything other than the feet of everyone? What is it? Is Milf Manor a place where the shoes get stolen and a lot of that is happening? Instead of like sticking air freshener in the car, do you think Ricky takes someone's shoe and just sticks it there and he's like, whew, mama.
Ricky is hilarious. I feel like I'm at home with Ricky because he is from Detroit. I grew up in Detroit.
Oh, I was right. Ricky is the nephew, man. Ricky actually is the friggin' nephew of everyone. Rickstar.
But yeah, I need a little bit more energy. You're like an undercover freak, sound like.
Yeah, something like that.
You like an undercover freak? Yeah, freak, yeah.
My game is just being me. Like, if I got to go outside myself to get you, like, I don't need to have.
You're very quiet.
Ricky, that's some self-confidence that is unearned, undeserved even. Ricky's like,
Yo, if you don't like what you see, move on. I'll find someone else.
nobody else even cares about Ricky, and he's still got that attitude. This is the attitude every guy needs to have.
Yo, if you want to move on, move on. Kim Kardashian. Shit. I'll find someone else.
My personality is talk to me, I talk back.
So I'm curious, who do you have your eye on?
That's the personality. Yep. Talk to me, I talk back. Ricky is now talking to Kelly like he is in an interrogation and someone is like giving him the beatdown. He's like, no. I don't want to be interrogated by you. I don't want good cop, bad cop. I'm Ricky. You're not getting a word out of me. I didn't see anything.
If you want something, you say it and you go for it.
I don't gotta say what I want.
Tell me who you like, Ricky. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should say. But you need to say something if you want. Nah, why I gotta do that? I don't need that. Only thing you need to know about me is my name Ricky, and I like feet. And I'll never be defeated, though.
Is this the first time that we actually had time to really...
I know. So, what kind of things do you like? Music, concerts?
God damn. So, okay, Ricky then has another date with April, who looks like she just came out of a tornado. What are you doing with your hair, lady? Please. I mean, the bed hair look, sure, but it looks like a tornado is the thing that you slept with.
I'm not really a music person.
Oh, really?
Oh, exactly. Oh, Ricky? What do you listen to? Ricky's from Detroit. Ricky just listens to the sounds of Detroit. He just walks the streets and he's like, it's a truck. Nice. Who? Who's that? Big Short? Never heard of it. Eminem? I don't eat it, but I'll tell you what I do eat. The fresh flowers of Detroit.
Like, I'm like an onion. Like, you gotta peel me back.
Oh shit, he even quote Shrek too. This man is he's the goat of men. You gotta peel me back to even know who I am. My name Ricky, but you don't even need to know about it.
Yeah.
So was I on your list?
And with that, Ricky is just done. He's like, I don't even need to do any of these. Meanwhile, Charlene is back, imposing her will on other men that are very, very sad.
Well, let me get real with you. Like, physical attraction. How important is that big booty, though? You know, like, come on.
You find it a little bit, teensy bit that she talked to Gabriel, didn't mention booty once. She was just like, you know what that do? A big booty, man. Yeah, what it do? Ryan Black 30.
Booty, okay.
Nah,
I am
mean,
an ass
come on.
man. Okay, I honestly am an ass man.
Who isn't these days? I'm an ass man. I think everybody. Ass man. Listen, man, what you got up top, perfect. Don't need to change it. Ass, you got to squat. Mm-hmm.
Like, a shocker. Oh my God, I'm so shocked.
Can we all say it together? Doesn't matter what you got up top as long as you squat. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I just think a lot of men that are ass men, they're ass driven. It's like ass first.
Charlene doesn't know how to make any sense. Of course, if you're an ass man, you're ass driven. That's an asset to an ass man. Are you kidding? Let me assist you in this. Really speaking, all you need to do is bend over and...
We'll give you everything you need.
Okay, that sounded dirty.
So I'm not surprised when she's telling me what she's telling me, but it might be a little too pushing for me.
I'll ask you some more questions later.
Oh, she did a pun. That's very good, Charlene. She's learning. Yeah, that's good, Charlene.
How are you?
Good.
All right.
So then we get to Ricky's mom, who's also called April. This is the different April. And she talks to Bully, who I'm, again, convinced is either an NPC or has some sort of deficiency.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Of course you don't. I'll have you know that there's no pussy.
Ever since I saw the 3 tattoos and 2 of them were on one side and one's on the other, I was like, there's something up with Bully. I just don't know what.
Are you spontaneous?
I would say I'm very spontaneous.
Are you aggressive?
Are you spontaneous? Yes. Probably. I don't know. I don't think. Yeah. Okay. As every spontaneous person says. And then when she asks, are you aggressive? He answers like an actual child. Not for me. I'm not aggressive at all.
If you want a kiss, will you take it?
Sorry?
If you want a kiss, will you take it?
Oh, nah. I'm not a
April W then asks, do you like to pull a Jimmy, she says. And that's going back a few episodes where contestant Jimmy admitted that he ate ass and then got pink eye. So now she's asking people, do you like to eat the booty? Like groceries, Shinae Aiko. And Billy is absolutely like distraught with this. He's like, no way, I'm not Jimmy. Ew.
How about you?
I won't pull a Jimmy. Doesn't mean I don't like the Jimmy.
Oh, for sure.
You can just see though, like how awkward and like how misguided this whole thing is when like people who are younger like, okay, too much information, grandma. It's just not good to like have this here. I just don't, it seems predatory. It seems like too real for me. It's not reality TV. This is just like, ugh, TV.
It was a little bit intimidating. Well, it's nice chatting.
Nice chatting with you too. I appreciate you.
Take it easy.
Then Billy's like, no more ass eating for me, ma'am. Thank you, I'm out of here.
I would totally dominate somebody like Billy.
Are you doing?
Joey?
Then my favorite dude of all time comes in, Joey. 20-year-old Joey. He's new to the game. He's trying to bang some grandmas, turn their bones into dust. He's Joey. He's got the funniest voice I've ever heard, and I would pay him $1,000 to use his voice as my GPS. I genuinely would. I'm not joking. He's so funny. I wish I had his voice.
Question to you is, Joey, what makes you
Look at him. He's not even there. He's not home. Billy went on vacation. His head is there, but his brain is checked out. Huh? What?
experienced enough for an older woman?
Are you talking about sexually or just...
Sell me on it, Billy. Oh, you talking sexually or like... What, like how old? What?
Everything.
Sexually.
Sexually?
Every time someone asks Billy something, he repeats it in the way that sounds like, you know, oh my god, sexually. Billy is just so funny. His name's not Billy, his name's Joey.
Okay, well, I haven't had as much sexual experience as you.
Look, I haven't had as much sex as you, because you're like 80 years older than me, so like I can't compare it. Also, you're not a guy, but I think we're the same.
Have you ever been with an older woman?
I have not been with an older woman sexually.
Okay.
And now April absolutely destroys this man, because he just came on the show to come on the show and find an older woman to come on the show with. Joey just wanted an old grandma. And it just makes me sad, because Joey had all this confidence coming in. He was like so happy. Now he's like, I never did it, but like maybe I would.
Would you ever pull a Jimmy?
That's just out of my comfort zone.
What is up with no one wanting to be a Jimmy?
Two things, April. How about one, you don't ask a 20-year-old to eat your ass out. How about two, if you want someone to pull a Jimmy, why don't you ask Jimmy himself, the self-proclaimed ass-eater, toe-sucker motherfucker he is. How about you just ask the guy who's willing to do just about anything and anyone to get anywhere at any time? You make it seem like it's a problem. Why is nobody eating my ass? Because it's not a normal thing to stick your tongue in someone's bum. You know what I mean? Lady, please. Can you just chill out? My poor Joey over here is like, I don't know what to say, but I guess I will.
I will do most of the things that you want me to do.
Except ass.
Yeah.
See, do you see what I mean? Joey didn't even want to. He's like, I will do most of the things that you require from me. Joey's not, he doesn't even want to be here. Can you please leave my boy alone? This dude doesn't even know what he wants for breakfast. Now he's getting that chocolate pudding for dessert, man. I'm sorry for the visual imagery.
What are you looking for here?
I'm looking for...
Joey goes on to date some, other Milfs. And one of them is Pola, who he seems to really like. Except Pola doesn't at all seem to get it. Pola is probably one of the more realistic people on the show. She's seems like quite a normal person, like not too out there. And she doesn't seem to be too quick or too fast. She, in fact, says Joey was a horrible date because he's just a kid, which he is.
And for a great person.
You want like older woman?
Yeah, I flirt with them. You know, I love dancing with them.
You like older women? Yeah. You just give them to me. Hey, give me all of them old ladies. Give me the grandmas. Put them together. What you got? World War One. Shit.
Of course, I would like to see that body in the sheets.
Her little accent, yeah, that's kind of cool too. I like that. Maybe I got it from my mom.
Joey's actually a kid. Even when he's trying to flirt with someone, he's like, yeah, I love to see you in the sheets. I got it from my mom.
Not seeing me as a child.
Okay.
And seeing me as an adult.
And what are you going to show us here?
This is my favorite part of the whole episode. Joey's like, what I really want is someone to see me as a man. And Paula's like, okay, so how would that happen? And then he proceeds to give the most childish non-answer ever.
I'm really going to show how I really am.
How are you going to do that, Joey? I'm really going to show you about the things that I am and do and is. I like to be the thing that creates the stuff with all of it.
No, but really, what are you going to show?
My penis, maybe. I don't really think about the things that you think need to happen, you know?
Traté de preguntarle muchas cosas, se ponía muy nervioso, no sabía ni qué responderme. Pobre, lo hice sentir muy incómodo.
Oh my God, she got so worked up. She's speaking in her native tongue. The date was so bad, she's like, switch. Let me switch language so I can rap like Eminem. God, Joey, I don't know if you're out of your element, but you're certainly not exactly the thing that most older women are looking for. They don't want to be reminded of their sons when they date a younger man, and that is what you're doing. It's not your fault, Joey. It's just that you're very young.
The results of the chemistry test are in. Some of you are rated very high, while others didn't pair as well.
The next day, Kelly reads out that the results are in. They finally got a chemistry rating. We don't actually get to see the ratings because the show is the worst dog shit piece of crap show ever. But they do get to see who is the best rated and who is the worst rated. But there is a twist here.
The mother and son who ranked the highest are Paula and Jose!
So Paula and Jose get rated the highest because everyone wants to bang them collectively.
And now for the bad news.
And the people who get the lowest, there's a twist. They're going home. Yes, that's right. This show had no mention of that before, but it's a surprise thing. The people who don't have the best chemistry are going home. I would think that the people who have the worst chemistry are the funniest and keep them on the show. But anyway.
There is one mother and son that scored the lowest.
Oh.
And they will be going home. I didn't even know that was ever even an option.
You know what? Not just you. I think anybody watch the show doesn't know any options. This is like going to a buffet and everything has a question mark on it. I had no idea people were even going home. I didn't know what the prize was. I still don't know what the prize is. 4 episodes in, I don't know what the main goal is. Is it to just not bang your son? I don't get what this show is. I don't know how they scored the chemistry test. I don't know who came in the middle. I don't even know who went. Explain, show.
April and Ricky, and it's time for you to leave the villa.
Okay, 2 things about that. April and Ricky are going home, which means Ricky's going home, which is the saddest part for me. Second thing, did you see Ricky react? Oh my God, no, can't believe that, bro. Damn. All right, get your bag, mom. Let's go. Ricky did not give 2 ayotas of care right there. Also, third extra thing. How shitty of a show does this have to be that there is no host, so they get one of the contestants to announce who's leaving, as if they're now the bad guy. It's really, really crappy. Like, even on Survivor, the dude was like, and now, Mark, you are going home, back to your family in Ohio. Can I stay here, even if I don't win? No, that's unhealthy. Go back to your family.
I didn't think that anybody was leaving. This is like...
Finally, we get one line from the son, Harrison, who every now and again appears on the show when he thinks he needs to say something. Today, his line was, nah, good work, Harrison. You're learning.
They didn't really make an effort to really, like, connect with anyone else.
April is wonderful, but I don't really know her.
So, between the group saying April and Ricky were not actually good contestants, the funniest shit happens. Ricky puts on a cape and starts stealing the food, which is just beautiful, honestly. And everyone, instead of being nice to them, is kind of mean for probably no reason.
All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to my room. I ain't having no pity party.
And Ricky leaves like an absolute hero and legend after stealing, presumably, the Oreos.
April and Ricky going home kind of shocked everyone. People are kind of scared now, I think, so they're all going to try and start pumping up their game.
The show has a lot of like weird stuff, but this is probably one of the weirdest things, to suddenly make the contestants scared that they're going home, so they have to force chemistry with each other. Gabriel just said it in a weird way, have to pump up their game. If you don't like someone and you don't feel connected, it's not like you can force yourself to do so, but this show is making people force themselves to evoke some sort of emotion, otherwise they're probably going to go home, which is terrible. This is terrible programming. It's just blatant wrong. And I cannot believe it's on TV. This is probably as bad as adults adopting adults if that show continued. I just don't see how this has the legs to continue the whole season.
I think I got a low score because I came off very reserved.
Actually, April, you came off really unreserved when you spread your legs and said, "Eat my ass cheeks." Not even my ass cheeks, just my hole. So I think that was the problem, and Ricky treated this like it was a police interrogation and he was gonna give up Young Thug. He just didn't want to.
It was kind of hard to have like a sexual connection with really anybody. It was just weird, if I had to be honest.
You know what's weird, April? Your son standing next to you while you say the words, "It was hard to develop a sexual connection with anyone." And Ricky is just looking into space like, "Damn, that's a nice cloud. Can I eat that?" Why you do this to your son? He's not there anymore. He left home, he checked out, he's renting an Airbnb in another person's mind. He's not living rent-free. He's living rent-full. So please, can you get your son back to Earth at any point?
Ricky and I came on this retreat looking for a partner. Never thought that would be so hard to find.
So with that, Ricky and April are gone. And it is really sad because I would have loved to see more of Ricky. April, don't really care about. But the next day on the show, Jose and that lady, I think her name's Shannon or Sharon, don't know all of the Milfs on the show, have a conversation.
I now realize that the main purpose of this whole experience is to look for those deep connections.
Ah, okay, so yes, again, after 4.5 episodes, Jose is learning what the show actually is about. Good. He says that he finally knows that the show is about deep connections instead of Milfing it up, I guess. I don't really know why else he would come on the show, but this is the show. They try and teach you things halfway through the episode.
Have you dated younger?
I have. You know, I think age ain't nothing but a number.
Nadie te quita lo bailado.
Ooh, that sounds sexy.
In between, that girl says that she thinks age ain't nothing but a number, and you know, that's the same thing R. Kelly said before he went straight to jail, so I don't know if that is a good thing to be saying in public, but somehow Jose agrees, and then he starts rapping in his own language.
Me, I'm a product of Rakim. What does that mean?
It's basically that nobody takes your experience from you.
That's hot.
And that is how the day ends, because all that happens in one day is one conversation. I don't know how long they're on the show for. It feels like it could be months. These people probably don't have anything else to do. That's the thing. That night, Gabriel and Stephanie are in a hammock together, and Ryan is like, "I'm not having this, okay?" And it seems like Ryan is like maybe sort of jealous, maybe a little manipulative, but Gabriel is just as jealous and also manipulative. And Stephanie is, how do I say this? Too old for this shit. All right.
Ryan,
what's up?
Do you play any like instruments and
Play some violin.
Yeah, so then Gabriel starts asserting his dominance while he's on the hammock. He's like, "Yo, what do you play? I don't care what you play. If you sit here, I'm out." And then he starts laughing. So I don't really know. This is evil Ashton Kutcher stunt double. It's like 2.5 men, but he's the half man. So Ryan is like left wondering, I don't know about Gabriel. I also don't know about Stephanie. He's like sort of in a rock and a hard place between that.
I'm confused at this point. Like, how am I your favorite?
We're two gorgeous girls.
Yeah.
We're just friends.
We're friends.
Yeah, so Gabriel and Stephanie really piss off Ryan, who's like,
"Damn, I don't know what to think about this."
If I was in Ryan's shoes, I wouldn't be, and I would leave the show. So that would be my advice to Ryan. I would quit the show because this is probably the worst thing he's been on. I don't know. I don't know why you would even fight for any of these people. I not only wouldn't go to war with them, I would rather start one with them. Meanwhile, Bully and Kelly are turning things up Except Bully, as I keep saying, doesn't seem like a human being. He seems like a shell of a human who hasn't existed for years and someone's just reanimated him. I feel like he has the IQ of a toddler and Kelly shouldn't be taking advantage of him, but she seems to want to.
I'm jealous of your feet.
We gotta stop talking about feet. We gotta make a petition to stop talking about feet on reality TV. Listen, if I want to see feet, I'll look up feet. Google probably has that. But I'll tell you what I don't want. A reality television show where people show me their feet. That's disgusting to me. I'm just saying. Hey, that might be your kink. Don't show it to me. Stop it, guys.
Damn, look at that.
That's what I'm saying. You can move each of your toes.
I could spread my toes. I could spread my
Jimmy's probably somewhere jacking off to this.
I feel like he never leaves. I think what bothers me is the lack of respect.
So, we're back to Stephanie and Ryan by the pool. Ryan confesses to Stephanie that Gabriel's annoying and that he sort of wants alone time. And Ryan formulates a plot to try and get some alone time with Stephanie.
If somebody's going to start messing with my son, I'm always going to be there.
Okay, so in between this, somehow, April, the mother of Gabriel, is like, hey, listen, Ryan might be cool, but if anybody's gonna fuck that bitch, it's my son. It's always good to have your mom have your back when it's about banging girls. That's just fantastic.
I don't want to get him upset. I don't want to get you upset.
You gotta draw that line where nothing else will really develop.
So it comes to a point where Stephanie, the 46 or 48-year-old, is getting advice from a 30-year-old who is just giving sound advice, saying, listen, you have to make your motives and intentions clear, otherwise you're never going to develop anywhere and you're probably going to get scorned on both ends of the stick. Stephanie, of course, chooses not to hear that because she is a religious woman. And I'll tell you what, Ryan's not in the Bible, is he?
I'm not really sure how to respond to a situation like this. Making a bet with me to keep Gabriel away.
So Ryan, in the meantime, makes a bet with Stephanie saying that Ryan wakes up at 5 a.m. every day. If Stephanie wakes up at 5 and comes on the walk or run with him, then he gets to spend that time with her. And if she doesn't wake up at 5 a.m., then it means that she cannot see Gabriel for 24 hours. So basically, Ryan is trying to win both ways by saying if I win, then I get time with you, and if you lose, then I get time with you by Gabriel not being here. He basically stacked the deck, and Stephanie agrees to it, but then complains. Stephanie, you're a mature woman. You can say no to this. He's not holding anything to your head. He just said something. You could say, no, this seems stupid. I'm not doing it. It's not that hard. It's way worse saying yes and then complaining about it behind people's backs.
It just makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I think it could be a little bit manipulative.
Then why don't you tell Ryan that? Why don't you say, Ryan, I think that's manipulative. Ryan, I think that shit is manipulative. Ryan, you're just doing me wrong, okay? Please don't make me say the word, but I really don't like your demeanor. How about that, Stephanie? How about you assert that dominance that you don't have? You and your son bully, I swear. Meanwhile, back at the Playboy Mansion, Kelly, the prune, and Bully, the prune head, turning things up yet again.
Oh, it's nicely gold. The way I love it.
Yep. I swear to God, just Bully looks and sounds like a kid. He's 28. I'm sorry, man. That body and everything about him just screams toddler in a man's body. As soon as he gets in the water, he's like,
It's cold.
I had candles all lined up and everything, but the wind kept blowing them out.
I had candles set up, but the wind keeps blowing them. I don't know. Bully, seriously? Are you sure you belong on this show, Bully? Is this what you want? What you really, really want, Bully?
It was so nice and pretty, you're all
Oh! I don't know how to feel about this scene. Bully's busy talking about the candles because he's very invested in that, and Kelly leans over to start kissing him. Sure, aggressive people exist, but I don't know how to feel about that. It feels, again, just a little bit predatory. If a guy did that to a girl, I don't know how that would go. I think it's romantic in movies, but they actually write those scenes beforehand and practice them. Real life, maybe not so much.
I'm really hoping that I get to see if his size of his is real big.
Joey has to watch this show. Joey's already gonna need 20, 30 years of mental therapy just by having you as a mom. But like, just saying things like that, Kelly, is just... Your Kelly Blue Book value is going down every time.
I don't really like the idea of bringing someone back to my room with my mom being around, but what else am I supposed to do?
Damn, Billy, you got some lip gloss or something? Your lips is shiny. You really want to pucker up for them kisses, huh? Billy says that the hot tub is too cold, and Kelly says, why don't we go to the one in your room with your mom? Of course, the mom's not there, but Billy's like, I don't really feel comfortable, but he reluctantly agrees, and they get into another hot tub. Kelly falls over and breaks every bone in her body, turning it to dust.
I don't feel so good.
Psych, but I wish that happened. But Billy starts laughing because he finds the shit funny.
Why are you so far away? You're scared your mom's gonna come in?
Billy then sits really far away because he's like, holy crap, I wish this was an ocean and not a sauna or a jacuzzi because you are way too close to me. But Kelly is like, no, you gotta come closer. And Kelly's like, is it because your mom is here? And he's like, ha ha ha. Yeah. So they leave and go to a sauna.
Who are these?
They then go to a sauna and Kelly pretends to be a jealous B-word and she holds up some panties and she's like, whose are these? To which Billy replies, my mother's. Because this show is a freak show. And that is a normal thing on the show. At this point, nobody's even freaking out that you're holding your mother's panties and dangling it in your face. Yeah. Ryan, on the way to Stephanie's place, walks over and sees these two and is like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yep, and Billy and Kelly share a beautiful romantic kiss, just like the ones Grandma used to give. I hate myself. Ryan walks in and Joey is there, and Joey reacts like only Joey could to the situation of his mom and another guy in the next room.
What they doing in there?
Where?
In your room.
No, I'm gonna go in there.
Oh, don't be a mom.
Yeah, it's Joey. Yeah, she getting some. And Stephanie, for some reason, is angry that Kelly is like making out with her son. But Joey's like, no, you're messing up that vibe. That's my mom. She needs it. Joey is like a weirdly good wingman for his mother for no reason. I just don't know why he wants to see his mom get tantalized. Ugh. But Stephanie is not having it because on the show, every time someone approaches their son, the ladies are like, that's my son. Meanwhile, they're like busy like, damn, I want to get into your son. I want him to get into me, if you know what I'm saying. Sexually, of course. Between my legs. Yeah, you get it.
Oh, yeah.
Really? In our sauna?
I'll be back.
That's okay, don't come back. We're fine. Well, that's your mom.
So, yeah, Stephanie's like sort of scolding Billy, and Kelly's like, don't come back. Because Kelly's like, 50-year-old who has a 10-year-old's mind and a 12-year-old's laugh. So,
Whether she likes it or not, Billy and I are turning up the heat tonight. We're sleeping in the same bed.
can you actually say something like whether she likes it or not in this situation? Is that applicable? Whether his mom likes it or not, Billy's turning up the heat with me. If she likes it, is that not probably one of the most problematic situations you could ever have in humanity? Kelly, why don't you think about what you say? Gotta be more than silicone in your head.
Billy! Your new stepdad's here!
So yeah, Gabriel comes in later that night after Ryan leaves, and he's like, your new stepdad's here! Because Gabriel cannot afford to not be a douchebag. Like, he has to. If it doesn't have the word D-bag in it, he's not in it, so...
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Ryan said, let's make a bet.
You're gonna be comfy in bed with me. You're not gonna wake up at 5.
So then Stephanie like sort of like spills the beans. She's like, yo, Ryan said like, you know, if I wake up at 5, or if I don't wake up at 5, then I cannot spend 24 hours with you. And she says it in front of her son and Gabriel, who probably wouldn't take that well. So now she's just playing both sides of the field, isn't she? She's like telling Ryan, yeah, I'm ready to do that. And she's also telling Gabriel, like, isn't that crazy? This woman is not as godly as she says. She's more like girl-defined than any other godly woman, so...
So unattractive, being controlling and stuff. And I felt like Ryan was kind of being a little control, like telling Stephanie, wake up at 5 a.m.
So Gabriel then says, like, you know, Ryan's being super controlling by doing that, and then proceeds to be even more controlling by doing this.
Come here, Daddy.
I'm sorry, I almost missed that part. I almost scrubbed that from my memory, but now that everyone is here and has heard that, that is Kelly sleeping with Bully 6 feet away from his mom saying, come here, Daddy. Can you imagine sleeping maybe in a room with your dad and some girl is like,
give me that juicy log, that tree trunk, you hunk.
Would you not just absolutely go to the afterlife?
Come over here.
You should grab it.
Should or did I?
Gabriel, what is wrong with you, dude? Chill out, man. You should grab it. You should grab his ding dong. Hi, Stephanie. Wouldn't it be funny if she grabbed your son's dick?
Please don't wake up at 5.
Billy, isn't it giving into it too?
Yeah, that's so dumb.
So at 2 a.m., Bully, who's not banging Kelly, is like, yo, don't wake up at 5 a.m. because Bully's like invested in his mom's like love life for some reason. But I just don't understand why. But Gabriel's like, yeah, don't do it. And it seems a little playful at first, but then Gabriel's like, no, seriously, turn it off, the alarm clock, you're not getting up. Basically, he's as controlling as Ryan and tries to play it off like he's not. Both of them equally as bad as each other at this point.
Turn off alarm.
Excuse me?
I can't have an alarm go off at 5.
So Stephanie reluctantly turns her alarm off, but she seems to be like not someone who wants to be controlled, but she also doesn't know how to make up her own mind. So she is just pretty in her own boat at this point. I just don't know who's willing to take on those problems. Personally, I ship Gabriel and Ryan. I think they are both going to look at Stephanie and be like, a bitch, please. And then look at each other and be like, God damn, you were the person I've been searching for all along. Apparently, Kelly also falls asleep and starts snoring, and Bully's like, yo, I'm leaving you because you're snoring way too loud, and has a better sleep somewhere else because Kelly is sounding like a lawnmower.
I was like in my mom's bed, like as a little kid. It like brought back memories, like hiding from the monster.
Amazing wordplay, Bully. Calling Kelly a monster after you kissed her in a jacuzzi and then sauna is just fantastic, brother. I don't know what happened in the morning. I kind of would have loved to see what happened when Kelly woke up and realized Bully's not even there at all. I'm sure if she's like, what happened? He'd be like, you're snoring.
I wake up this morning, go upstairs. Of course, she doesn't answer. If I'm just being transparent, let's see if Stephanie will pay up.
So Ryan wakes up in the morning at 5 a.m. He knocks on the door to see Stephanie, but she is busy sleeping. So he ends up by saying he wins the bet either way because she didn't wake up. Now she can't spend 24 hours with Gabriel. But he needs to see if she will actually uphold her bet, which he promised him. I don't know what's going to happen because they leave that one to the next episode, like Dr. Dre. But at the very end of this episode, while everyone's at the dinner table and Joey has lost his Tabasco sauce, 2 new people show up. And apparently, according to Sharon/Shannon/Sharamanamem, it just got real. It wasn't real before. It was a fever dream. And I wish she was right. Because I wish this was a fever dream. If a doctor told me to wake the hell up, I've just been in a serious car crash, I would kiss him and be like, thank you. Oh my God. I dreamed Milf Manor was a thing. Can you believe that? I'm going back to life now. I'll see you later. But it's not. It's a real show. And we've just watched 4 episodes. Okay, so that was a chore and a, I guess, exercise from hell. I don't know why Satan decided today was the day to make me watch episode 4 of this, but I'm so glad that you guys watched this with me. It is the craziest series I've ever seen, and I think that I have a weird need to finish it, and I hope that you'll stick around with me. I hope that you haven't left yet. I'm sorry that I'm dragging you through hell with me, but hopefully we make it out on the other side, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one. Until then, this is 16leo saying, hug your family. Don't kiss them. Unless it's the cheek, but not the ass cheek. You know, I'll see you guys.